Okay, guys, we're going to do a very quick look at a particular question in relation to special teams. I think they make the difference in games between about, well, let's say 1 in 10 and 1 in 20 games are won and lost by special teams. I know some coaches put a lot of emphasis on them, and there was a question raised by a good friend of mine, which is this one. And I'm going to answer part of it. I might not answer all of it, but I'm going to answer part of it. So, is the special teams modifier calculated once? And when is it applied? Is the special teams experience modifier applied? Well, you can see the question either A, B, or C. So let's just have a little reflection for a moment on special teams experience. Here's a player in my team at the moment. You can see he's got a certain amount of games, special teams games. If I go to the rules, the number of special teams games, the more I have, the more experience grade I have, and the more experience I get, and that's the piece of the rules that show that. If I look at the code, calculates his particular special teams contribution, and that's the piece of the code that is relevant here. And then when is it applied? It's applied after the point at which you've calculated the KO and KD values, and then you multiply by the special teams experience. But you do that before you apply the special team staff coordinator adjustment, and before any bonus for advantage points for the home team. So that's the particular answer to that particular question. There's that question again, and just a little check into the game analysis tab. So here's my special teams coordinator report from a few years ago. Here's where it shows you, by the way, all the different KO and KD values. So if you just did want to check what your values were, it's in the special teams coordinated report, has been for some time. And by the way, this particular report also shows you some other neat stuff. If you're kicking field goals, it'll tell you what chance, exactly the chance that your kicker had when he attempted the field goal, and whether he and so you can use that to judge whether it's reasonable to raise a bug report because you feel your kicker has been particularly unlucky. I'd advise against it, and I'd advise you to check this report instead. It also shows you the personal block divider value that you've got, and that's a particular piece of the rules about the personal blocker. I think that from memory that's a strength times level calculation, so around about 8 is the norm, although I think actually 8 might be a little bit higher than really is the norm. And a little bit of insight here. Your special teams are better than the opponents, and you've got some other cute stuff which I'm sure I'll cover in a later video. So here's the question I had most recently. That's the question, and I now absolutely have answered that question. Thank you.